Hi there, welcome back. We are in the middle of unboxing a collection that I purchased from a yard sale, sight unseen. So this week we'll be opening box 2. This box, my lovely mom who bought these horses for me could not handle it when she just peeked into this box. They were all evidently just kind of jammed in there loose and had been left out with the box lid open, so they were very dirty and grungy and just kind of all piled in there. So she is such a wonderful person, she washed them all for me. So all of these horses have been at least washed by Mom. So let's see what she ended up purchasing for me. Our first horse is the classic Andalusian foal that goes with the Andalusian stallion that we saw last week. And he's cute. He has a definite couple of rubs. And hopefully we'll find his mom this week so that we can have a whole set. And next we have Merry Legs. This is from the classic Black Beauty set. There was 4 horses. It's Black Beauty and Duchess and Ginger and Merry Legs. So this is Merry Legs the pony from the Black Beauty story by Anna Sewell. And good condition. But I personally, this isn't my favorite mold because she's a little tippy, so she doesn't stand well on the shelves. This is Terang from the classic Thoroughbreds, sculpted by Maureen Love, originally issued by Hagen Renaker in pottery in China, and then Breyer got the rights to them in plastic. And so this is a Breyer plastic. If you ever see these guys in the wild, just maybe tap them to see if they're plastic or China, because the Chinas are worth quite a bit. Good condition, beautiful sculpt, and very nice bay paint job. And next we have a scratching foal in black Appaloosa. He has an ear chip, and it looks like the painter either forgot or had a little bit of a crazy day, because he has the paint, black paint on his eye, but then it looks like he has another eye painted up above his eye ridge. So you never know. Breyers are all painted by hand, and so there is variety amongst them, and that's one of the things that we like as collectors, and hopefully you find an attractive variation instead of something where they accidentally put something there it shouldn't have been. This is the classic Manowar, also sculpted by Maureen Love in the Thoroughbred series. The classic amazing horse, Manowar. Good condition. This is absolutely my favorite mold of the classic range, if not my favorite Breyer mold. Just has a lot of presence. Now this guy, this is the bucking Bronco in black. This guy is significantly older than the rest of the horses that we've seen. He was issued late 60s, early 70s. Black is the most common color of the bucking Broncos. They originally came in 3 colors, black, bay, and gray. And he is a bucking Bronco, so he is intended to stand on his head and his front 2 feet. He is not a running horse. So whenever I see him in antique stores, the OCD in me makes me turn him correctly up. He is a bucking horse. Oh, this guy's cool. This is the Proud Arabian foal in gray dapple Appaloosa. And the painter had a field day with this one. Normally you'll see them have the splatter dappling across the belly and the shoulders. Occasionally you'll see it creep up onto the neck. This guy has dappling everywhere. He has dappling on his chin, he has dappling on his nose, he has it on they just went to town. They just said, we're going to dapple everything. He would be a really serious contender for a show horse, but he is unfortunately in played with conditions, so he's pretty rubbed, especially around the nose and the legs. So maybe with a little bit of restoration, he'd be a really spiffy show horse with this particular variation where the painter went crazy and did something that was really interesting and different. And next we have a family Arabian stallion in bay, very played with. All of these guys look like they were a definite carpet herd. He is in bay matte, very common, made for a long time. There's some variations that collectors get into, but for the most part he's just a shelf piece that somebody might collect for nostalgia. And then we have his mate, the family Arabian Mayor, also in the bay. Also in pretty played with condition. Nothing really jumping out about her. Then we have a Clydesdale foal. Chestnut, made for a lot of years. His eye was also painted very poorly. The paint job on the eyes pooled kind of in the corner of the eye, and it's on his show side, so unfortunately he would be mostly just a toy for someone. And then we have Smokey the cow horse. Smokey was made for and about a character in a book, Smokey by Will James, and he has on his shoulder the Rocking R brand from his stable, or his ranch. He is a very fun mold, very high action, but he's also tippy, so I think I've gotten rid of most all of my Smokies for that reason. I don't allow tippy horses in my collection. Next we have another tippy horse. This is the Midnight Sun Tennessee Walker, a sculpture of a very famous Tennessee Walker, and he is in very played with condition. He has just common gray hooves. He has a lot of rubs. So he's also just another fun toy for a child. Oh, and then we have, this is Touch of Class. Touch of Class was issued as part of, I think, what Breyer called the Artist series back in the late 80s. Started with Sham, Lady Roxana, Sherman Morgan. They were all Breyer invited sculptors, famous sculptors and famous artists, equine artists, to come in and create Breyers, and Touch of Class was one of these. I remember she was new when I was coming back into collecting horses, and she's in a nice bay, so just a nice little quiet thoroughbred. And next we have, this is San Domingo. He is a medicine hat pinto pattern, where they have minimal pinto pattern, and most of the pinto pattern centers around their head and ears, so that's why it's called the medicine hat pattern. Usually also a little bit of the medicine hat pattern will show up on the underside of the head. Really nice mold. He's got a few rubs, but he's white, fortunately, so I think he could be pretty cleaned up. This is a really nice performance horse for performance showers. And then our last horse is more Ganglands. Unfortunately, he has an ear broken off, very rubbed, very played with. He has another mold mark on his haunch. This is the Morgan Glands breed mark. It's a set of antlers. And he is also pretty played with. So it looks like what we have here is mostly just some child's carpet herd. Breyers are made as toys. That's why we find them in toy stores. And they are intended to be played with. They're very durable. These guys were obviously well loved and well played with. So this is what my collection looked like when I was a kid. So we've still got one box left to go. So join me and we'll see what's in that box next week. Thank you.